Hey everyone, Rhonda Noe here with Karen Spencer. We're going to talk to you a little bit about differentiated instruction in the classroom and implications for teachers.
Differentiated instruction issues related to the classroom are large class sizes, lack of resources, high amounts of teacher responsibilities, classrooms are not suitable for DI and AMP, lack of interest in school administration to implement modern teaching strategies. Teacher-related issues are inadequate teacher preparation for DI. Teacher belief that discipline in the classroom can only be attained through traditional teaching methods, weekend service teacher trainings, inadequate teacher knowledge about DI and AMP. Strategies to implement it, and AMP. The teacher prefers traditional teaching methods. Barriers to implementing differentiation. The first barrier is a lack of confidence. Teachers need to give themselves permission to fail. You must take risks in order to successfully implement differentiation. Once you begin taking these risks and gaining confidence in your teaching with differentiation, it will become second nature in your classroom. Your confidence can be built by doing the following steps. Revisit your essential understandings and know what it is you want your students to be able to do and know. Start small by modifying just one instructional strategy to incorporate a differentiated lesson. Collaborate with other teachers. Think about critical questions, such as why should I change the way I teach? How can I find the time to differentiate instruction? Methodically incorporate and expand those strategies embedded in differentiated instruction, and maintain a realistic and regular self-reflection to monitor progress. The second barrier is lack of teacher efficacy or the teacher's confidence and ability to promote student learning. It has been correlated to teachers' adoption of instructional, organizational, accountability innovations, teacher evaluations, classroom management protocols, and teachers' referrals of students to special education. For efficacy to improve strategies for achieving objectives, having a sense of control, ongoing support, a personal responsibility for student learning, and teachers' knowledge of instructional innovations will contribute to a teacher's abilities to sustain efficacy. The third barrier is lack of perseverance. Many teachers say they just don't have time to create new lessons that differentiate and will continue to teach the same way. But ongoing personal growth in helping transform classrooms into the 21st century and to allow students to be able to compete globally is a transformation that is necessary. It's important for teachers to share innovative knowledge with one another. It is also important that the administration gives us support needed through training and the time to implement differentiated instruction into our lessons.
There are three parts to differentiation, and the first is differentiation by content. When teachers differentiate by content, students are given choice on how they want to learn the content. Choice can be learning in a small group or learning with a teacher, and students can choose different instructional methods to learn the content. The second way teachers can differentiate in the classroom is to differentiate instruction by process. Students need time to reflect on current learning before moving on, and this is done by a differentiating process. Ways teachers can do this is through journaling, thumbs up, thumbs down, think, pair, share, and 3-2-1 activities. The third way teachers differentiate instruction is by product. Teachers can differentiate instruction by product and giving students a choice in how they want to show what they've learned. And this can be done instead of a test, and most often they're projects that students can create. Implementing differentiated instruction. Before implementation, teachers really need to know their students very well. And teachers need to know academic needs, social needs, background information, and teachers should also review IEPs if a student has one. There are lots of ways to manage differentiated instruction in your classroom, and the top three: frequently explain to students and parents why you're using differentiated instruction, differentiate instruction at your own pace, and let students know where they can find help when you're not available.
In the math classroom, student readiness, interests, learning preferences will vary greatly because students differ in their knowledge and understanding of mathematical concepts and skills as well as in their application of mathematical processes. By differentiating math classes, you are responding to the differences in readiness, which helps students feel capable in solving complex math problems and will increase their motivation to learn the new concepts. Some ways to differentiate in a math class include flexible learning groups choice, respectful tasks, and shared responsibility for learning. Knowing each student and how they learn and where they are in their math concepts is very important in differentiation as well. By knowing how students are progressing and the use of flexible learning groups, students can be paired with those students who need the most help. You can either pair a higher learner with a lower learner or pair the lower learners together and do some teacher breakout group sessions to give the struggling students more individualized attention.
The research shows that differentiated instruction is needed to meet the needs of diverse learners. While teachers physically can't plan lessons for individual instruction, differentiated instruction has been shown to meet students' needs in the classroom.
Differentiated instruction was originated by Carroll and Tomlinson in 1999. She based the need for differentiation on Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences and brain-compatible research. By considering students' unique learning styles and abilities, teachers could provide for the diverse learning styles through content, product, and process. By modifying the curriculum, the teaching methods, products, resources, and activities, the theory of differentiation concludes that the teacher will meet the needs of all learners. Differentiated instruction also combines knowledge about constructivist learning theory, learning styles, and brain development with research specifically on learner readiness, interest, and intelligence preferences towards students' motivation, engagement, and academic growth within schools.
And there are some pros and cons to differentiated instruction. First, the pros. Students are taught based on their needs, and teachers plan for these needs. Student engagement and motivation is high. Here are some cons. Planning can be time-consuming, classroom management can be a problem, and students might not be ready to move on. We have attached a Google Doc with our project in case if you need some more information. There are some websites listed and some references that we will have available. And also, thank you very much for your attention.